Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the football betting series here on YouTube, Europa League edition. It's match day 1 in Europa League, and I've got 3 selections in today's episode. So if you think I'm talking some sense, please drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more content. Without further ado, let's get into it. We kick things off with AZ Alkmaar versus Elfsborg. And AZ obliterated Heerenveen in their last encounter, winning by 9-1. They took 26 shots and created 11 big chances, and all of this added up to 5.23 expected goals. The 3 points, well and truly deserved. In terms of form, RZ are still unbeaten this season, and they've won 4 of their 5 league games, which is good enough for second place in the Eredivisie. The only caveat that I'll throw in there is AZ are yet to be tested, with all 5 opponents they've played so far finishing outside of the top 5 in the Eredivisie last year. They play an Elfsborg side who picked up a 1-0 win on the road against Halmstad, a game which was a lot quieter than RZ's 9-1, but it's worth the same amount of points in the league when all is said and done. In terms of form, Elfsborg are unbeaten in their last 5 league games. Another factor to take into account here with Elfsborg is their fixture congestion. The Swedes play on the 19th and the 22nd before the AZ game on the 25th. Fatigue and rotation will play a big part in how this game pans out. So on to the prediction. I'm looking for AZ to pick up a win here. They're the stronger side on paper and will be looking to get their Europa League campaign off to the best start before games away at Bilbao and against Tottenham Hotspurs as well. RZ to win is the bet for me, and I'm going to be backing this for a full stake in bet number 1. Our second selection sees Galatasaray play host to PAOK, and Galatasaray they won their most recent game against Rizespor in a convincing 5-0 fashion, with all 5 goals coming from different goal scorers. In terms of form, they've made a perfect start to the campaign, 4 wins from 4 domestically as they seek to retain their Turkish Superliga title. The 2 losses they've had so far this season against Young Boys in the Champions League qualifier do put a slight dampener on this record, but with the signing of Victor Osimhen on loan from Napoli, this will galvanise everyone's spirits associated with the Turkish giants. As with Elfsborg in the previous selection, one thing to take into account with Galatasaray is their fixture congestion. After the Rizespor result on the 14th, they play Gaziantep on the 17th and a massive game against last year's runners-up Fenerbahce on the 21st. They play a PAOK side who drew their last game 0-0 against Panathinaikos, a game in which PAOK created double the amount of shots but ultimately failed to convert their chances. In terms of form, PAOK maintain their unbeaten start to the year as they look to challenge for the Greek Super League title. Adding both of the wins against Shamrock Rovers in the qualification round means they've won 5 of their 6 games this season. My prediction for this game is that there's no question that Galatasaray have the more difficult running coming to this fixture, with 3 games over the course of a week, with Fenerbahce lying in wait. It probably means that they're going to play a full-strength side in their league match and rotate slightly coming into the Europa League against PAOK. Despite this, I still think Galatasaray will win this match. When you rotate players like Osimhen for Icardi or Lucas Torreira for Berkan Kalu, this still leaves Galatasaray with a stronger side, but taking into account the fixture congestions, I will be backing the Turkish side only for a half stake in this one. Our third and final selection sees Manchester United playing host to Twente. And United, they won their previous league match in convincing style, 3-0 at St Mary's against Southampton. The scoreline may deceive us a wee bit, as the Saints almost made the breakthrough thanks to Cameron Archer's penalty, but this was saved by Onana. After this, Southampton's heads did drop, and Manchester United assumed control of the game. That result means the United have 2 wins and 2 losses to start the year. Not good by any means, and they're going to hope to add more points to the board in their match against Crystal Palace at the weekend. They play a Twente side who were held to a draw against Svol in their last game. After Svol took the lead through Vente after just 8 minutes, the away side sat back and dared Twente to break them down. From here on out, Twente dominated the game, but they were unable to add to an equaliser to go for the win. This frustrating draw stretches Twente's winless streak to 3 Eredivisie games and 4 games in all competitions as they start the season in 12th place in the Eredivisie. My prediction here is that neither side have had an ideal start to the season, but both will be keen to pick up points in the opening game of the Europa League. I really struggle to look past Manchester United being both the stronger side on paper and with the more depth in the squad. United to win for me for a full stake in the final bet of the episode. So there we have it, 3 selections in today's episode, starting off with RZ. RZ to beat Elfsborg, odds of 1.51, a £40 stake to return £20 and 40 pence. Galatasaray against PAOK, we're backing the home side at odds of 1.6, a £20 half stake to return £12. And wrapping things up with Manchester United versus Twente, we're backing the Red Devils to pick up their first win of the Europa League campaign, Odds of 1.33, a £40 stake to return £12.40. So across the midweek, we're going to be risking £100 to hopefully pick up as much as £44.80. Will we do so? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to tune into the next episode. But if you have made it to this point in the video, please drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more content. And as always, have yourself a lovely day.